Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is an Easter classic. We are making hot cross buns, which are little spiced buns with a nice sweet glaze on the outside. So here we go. To start with, our ingredients, we have some plain flour, some milk, some yeast, some sugar and some mixed spices, citrus peel, some raisins, some butter, eggs and a little bit of salt. So to start with, we want to put our pan onto heat and we want to heat up our milk. Just drop it all in there. Once you've added that to the pan, we want to add our butter to the milk in the pan. And then just give that a gentle mix and just wait for the butter to melt. Once it's melted, just remove from the heat and then we're going to add it into a bowl. Next, you want to take the yeast and we're going to add the yeast to this butter and warm milk mix. This will just allow the yeast to start to activate from the heat. So just mix that together and then you can set that aside for a second whilst we prepare the dry ingredients. So I've got the flour in the bowl here, followed by our spices. We want to add in our sugar to this and the little bit of salt that we've got. Next, you want to add in the mixed peel and the raisins. Give that all a mix together so that all of the fruit is coated in the flour and evenly distributed. Back to our yeast and milk mix, we want to add that to the flour and then just give that a mix through slowly, gently, and this will start to form our dough. Just before it's fully formed, we're going to drop in our egg. That just gives the dough an extra richness, and then bring that finally together. Once it's like rough like this, you can turn it out and actually use the surface to knead it. That allow it to get nice and smooth and elasticy like this. So this needs to prove now, so I'm just going to oil a bowl, drop the dough in it, cover it with some cling film and just leave it to rest in a warm place for about an hour or so until it's increased in volume. Now we can turn this out and we want to divide up the dough. So I want to get 8 out of this. But if you want to do mini ones, you could do 12 if you like, however many. Once they're all cut, we just want to form them into balls. This will start to shape our buns. Then we want to give them a second proof. So we're going to place them in a baking dish, tightly packed together as well. This is it now. And just cover and leave to proof again for about 30 minutes. And you will see that they've increased in size again. The last steps before we bake them, just want to create our crosses on the top. So just using a sharp knife, just go across all of them, creating the cross shape. And then we want to do the piping, which is just a flour and water mix. So we're just going to place the flour in the bowl, add the water and mix it until it creates like a paste. It will be quite thick. Once that's done, you can either use a piping bag or, as I'm doing here, I'll just use a sandwich bag and you scoop the mix into it, squeeze it into the corner and then just snip off the corner, and that basically creates a makeshift piping bag. So create your crosses all the way across all of them, and now we can see our hot cross buns are ready to go. I'm going to place this in the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes on 160 degrees C. So here are our hot cross buns, pretty much finished. We just need to create a syrup to go on top. So I'm using honey, but you can use sugar, you can use maple syrup, whatever you like. Add that to a pan with some water and mix it. Then you bring it up to the boil and it will create like a really nice thick syrupy kind of glaze. So just spoon that over the top and then just brush that over the buns. And that is it. That is our recipe finished. So time to serve these is when they're nice and warm, when they've just come out of the oven, but if not, however you like them. And that's it guys. So I hope you like this one and I hope you try this one for Easter rather than buying them in the store. Until the next time, peace and love.